Hello, friends. Welcome, and I'm super excited. These are really adorable. This is my new easy card making kit, and it's called Vacation Bees. These have been designed to be cut with the Easy Wonder die number one. And if you have the add-on, then you can use the add-on to cut the additional images at the bottom. But when you get your printable for the easy guide version, which is what you're looking at here, there's actually two different versions. There's a version for folks who have the original silver die that was originally produced at first launch. That looks like this. And there's a version for a different file for folks who have the new teal die. If you were buying Easy Wonder die number one these days, you are getting the teal one. If you got the first at launch and I think the first restock, you will have received the silver one. But there's a printable for you. And the reason why it matters is because when Jamie at the Not Too Shabby shop switched die manufacturing companies, every company has a different way of how they want their files set up. And so what we discovered through my doing this is that the new one actually kind of mirrors what we give them. Actually, technically speaking, the previous one mirrored it for us so that we could design it the way that we want and not have to mirror it. But what you get when you cut this out with your Easy Wonder die is all of these individual pieces so that you can craft with them however you would like. If you're looking for inspiration, there are 4 card sketch layouts that you can use. Just flip to the back of your packaging. And the convenience of using the printable is that this circle lands right where this is so that you have a nice fun focal image that you can use. Similarly, this square will land right here. And this little sentiment, which says happy mail, lands right here. So that you have those pieces straight away. You can start to layer them and create layouts with the rest of the pieces to create a finished card really easily. Now, what I've given you at the bottom are additional fun images that you can use to your Easy Wonder die number one add-on. It's a lot larger than what you need so that it's super easy for you to position. And we've got different bees in different postal uniforms, which I thought would be kind of fun. And we have different bees at different vacationing spots. So this little bee is at the beach. We've got two extra printables. We have a bee visiting the Eiffel Tower, a bee hitting the slopes. Vacationing can just be resting and relaxing at home with a bucket of popcorn in front of the TV, or hiking a trail along a mountainside. So what I've given you in these extra prints is additional gorgeous pattern papers. These are large enough that if you wanted, you could fit your Easy Wonder die right back onto that if you want to use your die for some more basic shapes to craft with. So they are designed that you can use them however you would like. You can just cut them and use them as background pattern paper as well. If your printer actually prints to the edge, meaning borderless printing, these designs will go straight to the border as well. So you can get a full width of 8.5 if you wanted. And I gave you the images on the extras both as square so that you have the option. You can use the square die or the circle die. And and that way you're not limited. And the whole idea behind the extras is just to give you more freedom and flexibility to craft, whether you have the Easy Wonder dies or not. I did design these so that folks who do have my dies, which are exclusively sold at the Not Too Shabby shop, I want to give you more reasons to pull it out, craft with it, and easy things to craft with so that you can put together a card in no time flat. And the Easy Card Making Kit is fulsome. So it comes with your easy guide, some extra printables, and a full sheet of sentiments. I designed the sentiments so that you have them in a couple different styles. So you have them in these larger ones that can be used almost as a focal image, and you can use your add-on dies to cut them out. But truth be told, it's just circles and squares. So if you have a nested shaped die set in circles and squares, the aspect ratio is going to be the same. It's just 1-to-1. One direction, the width and the height are equal. And so really easy, super convenient, whether you have the add-on or not. If you have the add-on, it just so happens that you're going to cut this out perfectly without that black border. Then I also gave you sentiments in my ultimate sentiment design. And these are designed to be cut with the Ultimate Sentiments Universal die. Now, initially at launch, this die came out with a stamp set. It was the Happy Birthday stamp set. At the time that I'm recording this, it's still January, and that stamp and die set has been sold out for a while now. But Jamie said in a live stream that she's actually going to restock both of them. Plus, I do have additional sentiments ready to go for photopolymer stamps. And of course, every month I've been including a set of ultimate sentiments with my easy card making kit. Now, what makes this the ultimate sentiment die set is in one pass through your die cutting machine, you can use this die here to cut all 10 sentiments out. But that's not really what makes it the ultimate sentiment die set. What makes it the ultimate is that it also includes 5 additional dies that you can use to frame or add a matte layer behind those sentiment strips. That's something that I've always wanted to have when I've used other similar, stamp ones, die cut ones, in this case, print and die cut. And I've always wanted to have like a matte layer behind that. But they don't often, if ever, have I seen sets come with the matte layers or the frames to go with it. And in mine, you get 4 different options with different borders, all having lovely stitch border detailing. The options are a postage edge border, a wavy edge border, a scallop border, a straight edge border, and you get 2 that are straight edge that you can layer on top of one another. So you can get a double mat with that. And as well, that larger die can be used to cut the larger sentiment in the center there. This month, because this is all about vacationing, the sentiments are all about bon voyage. So folks going on a trip or just starting a new journey, because I have on the left-hand side, what you'll find are sentiments a little bit more traditional, a little bit more kind of earnest and heartfelt. So you have things like adventure fills your beautiful soul, new beginnings bloom beautifully, fresh starts feel like sunshine. So I kind of feel like a lot of these images, if somebody's moving, if somebody's starting like a new career, a new job, these can be really great for that. And on the right hand side, I have some more fun, sometimes a little snarky, but more humorous sentiments like vacation calories don't count, out for delivery, a new adventure, gone exploring, back eventually, vacation vibes inside, things like that. So you've got lots of different options and variety for focal images, for sentiments, for backgrounds, and that's not all. So I also like to include what Graphic 45 does so well, and I'm just kind of, getting into myself, is giving you some additional sort of patterns and solids. I really love having coordinating cardstock. I've printed this just on presentation paper. So I get asked often what papers I would recommend, and I leave that recommendation, including links to where you can buy, in all of my product listings for my digitals. So there are two main papers that I use: Epson presentation premium and presentation paper, and Koala photo matte photo paper, I think is what it's called. Those are the two that so far I have found to be reasonably priced. The Koala one is more reasonably priced, I find, but if you catch a sale on the Epson one, it's a really great deal. And as well, for somebody like me who has the Epson Eco Tank, Epson paper really is kind of top notch. Quality, or Koala paper, is just about there on the quality. Color interpretation might be like a little bit different, but in terms of the brightness and the quality of the prints, it's really wonderful. And in terms of paper weight, they are about the same. Now, what I would say is what I like to do, this is just my personal preference. Presentation paper does tend to be a little bit more economical. And so for what I call like my patterns and solids, the patterns are really subtle. They're really meant to be almost a replacement for a solid. But I give you the solids just because sometimes that's what you want. And it's great for additional sort of mats and layers, especially coordinated to go with the patterns on the printables here. So you have everything perfectly coordinated. The color, it's been perfectly picked out of these images. And that way, when you layer them, they kind of will catch, some of the coloring in your focal images or in your sentiments. And that helps to really tie everything together. And then you don't have to worry about trying to find solid color cardstock to perfectly match these printables. You get them right with your digital kit. These printables, I actually I prefer to cut them out of the premium presentation or the Koala photo mat because it is slightly thicker and die cuts beautifully. Sometimes, especially with the focal images, I do want them to be a little bit sturdier, whereas with these, the patterns and solids, they're probably just like the starting layer right on top of my card base. And so it's sometimes nice to just have a slightly thinner paper so that overall your project doesn't end up weighing too much and possibly triggering extra postage. Also, I find it to be more economical as well because then these sheets are printed on papers that are a little bit more cost effective, especially since a lot of it might be covered up, so that's a consideration. One of the things that I want to note that is new this month is I am starting to, I've made good headway at transitioning my website from where it's at currently, which is built on WordPress, and I'm moving it over to Shopify, which is more tailored and suitable for e-commerce, like selling things online. And if you've had frustrations with my website, I've heard them. And that's one of the reasons why I have taken the plunge and, even though it costs more, move things over to Shopify. Prices are staying the same. And so I'll just absorb that extra cost of being on Shopify, because I think it'll give everybody a better experience and less customer service support that I will have to deal with, because it's just going to be a more stable platform. But that is going to mean a couple of things. Now, some of my, early viewers, especially, folks who were around when Easy Wonder Die #3 launched, you've got a special coupon code that gives you access to some pretty steep discounts, and that's still valid and has transferred over to Shopify, but you need to use the exact same email that you used on my current website. And the coupon code is the same, and the email that it's tied to is the same, so you can just start to shop on the new website. Now, for a short period of time, I'm going to have 2 URLs for my website, but ultimately everything will just be LV Handcrafted when it all moves over and the transition is complete. However, with these new printables, last month, you might have noticed some, if you went to lvhandcrafted.com, you were able to get last month's printables. And if you went to the new website on Shopify, you were able to get the printables there. Starting with this release, you can only find it on my new website. I've actually transitioned pretty much all of my printables, the Easy Card Making kits and the Easy Postage printables. All of that has moved over, as well as my mini One Sheet Wonder printables. All of that has moved over to the new website. I'm still working on moving over the courses. If you took any of the master classes, any coloring with Meg classes, any digital illustrations that I've released on my old website, those still just live on lvhandcrafted.com. I'm slowly still figuring out a transition plan to get all of that over to the new website. But the only place you'll be able to find this is now on the Shopify website. I'm not going to post them to both anymore because I want people to start using the new Shopify experience, because that's a better experience, truth be told. So, and then when everything is fully moved over, I probably more, technical jargon that you don't really care about, but at some point, only lvhandcrafted.com will exist. But for this transition period, I will have 2 URLs, one that actually says lvhandcrafted.myshopify.com. And then, hopefully we won't have to juggle the 2 URLs for very long. But if you're here for the printables, then that's where you want to go. lvhandcrafted.myshopify.com. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below. And then that way you can find what you need. So that's a little bit of a heads up on just the new website transition. Later this month, there's going to be my Easy Postage printable will come out on the 15th of the month. And that too will only be available on my Shopify website. So just a little bit of a heads up. And if you don't know, I do like to coordinate both releases during the month. So you'll see some more cute little bees coming the 15th as well. So that's it from me. I also want to give a shout out to some of my crafty friends who have really supported me. They started to craft with and share projects featuring my printables. And so I've formalized that by inviting them to get these on a regular basis ahead of the release, and they also can earn a commission if you use their links to purchase my printables. So do find on social media Von Marie. She's here on YouTube and on all of the socials. Julie Tillman, again, on YouTube sharing videos and on all of the socials. Kristen is also on YouTube, and she's K Motto here on YouTube and all of the socials. And Barbara Rogers, who you might recognized as being a moderator of the Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group. She helps me moderate the Paper Escape as well. So look for those folks and use their links when they share links to the printables. Couple reasons for that. They're going to be sharing a 10% off coupon code, so you're going to get a little bit of a discount if you shop with their links, and that way they also get a nice healthy commission when you purchase using their links. So do seek those folks out, and just ask them for their link. I, as a creator, really love every time somebody who's about to go shopping will ask me if I have an affiliate link to a particular online shop, because that's such a great way to support your favorite designers. And you're shopping anyways, so it doesn't cost you anything extra. It comes out of the pocket of whoever is producing what it is you're buying. So I'm happy to share that commission with these friends of mine who, to be honest, I picked them because they were already crafting with my digitals, and I just want to give it to them for free to craft with and share with you. And so I like to try to promote them as much as possible, and if I can, give them a little bit of cash for coffee every now and then. So do look for their affiliate links, ask them for their affiliate links, get that extra 10% off the printables. And if you craft with any of my printables, tag me so that I can see what you've made. I'm at LV Handcrafted on all of the socials. If you are interested in the dies and they've been out of stock, Jamie did say in a recent live stream that she does plan on restocking. At the time that I'm recording this, it's January, so by the time you're watching this, it may be restocked already. I don't know. I'll leave links to everything, and that way you can find out just by visiting the Not Too Shabby shop, because these dies are exclusively sold there. All right, friends, that's it for me. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.